So we're jetting off from the Black Hills to South Dakota's largest city, Sioux Falls. This city really does have it all. From historic buildings to exotic animals, peaceful parks, fine dining, and world-renowned art. We will land shortly and take our Cosmopolitan adventure, so stay tuned. Sertoma Park is a peaceful place. You can get away from the cosmopolitan vibe for a few moments, take a leisurely stroll, and collect your thoughts. The park provides a slice of the countryside right in the southwest part of the city. We begin our stroll on wide pathways through meadows of tall prairie grass that eventually lead us to wooded areas on the horizon. It's this time of year, which we've just entered early autumn, that you're starting to see some change in the colors. This is just a great getaway, just for, an hour or two to take a break in the action of the city life. There's plenty of green space out in the open areas of the park. Plenty of area to stretch out, breathe in that fresh air, and admire the open skies. There's also a lake with a fishing dock. However, today I decided to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. The entire trail loops just over 2 miles around the park that includes a hike through some wooded wetlands. Throughout these wooded areas, you feel like you could almost get lost. After roaming around in the park for a while, we venture inside to the butterfly house and aquarium just north of the park. Inside here, we'll get an up-close view
of exotic species who are swimming far from their natural homes. In here you'll see clownfish to jellyfish to starfish relaxing at the bottom of the aquarium. And there's also lionfish, those weird looking ones, all surrounded by sea creatures from their natural habitats. As we leave the aquarium, we venture into an enclosed garden, a whole different world. From finned creatures to those with wings. As you walk around the garden, you can feel the air currents from the butterflies fluttering around your head. They pollinate the many flowered plants. You can even get up close and personal with them if you're patient. You can get an artificial flower with a nectar too. And if you wait long enough, they'll come to you. There are future plans to move the butterfly house and aquarium to its future home at the Great Plains Zoo, and that's where we head next. At the Great Plains Zoo, you'll get to see animals from all 7 continents. Some of the animals live a little closer to home here in North America, like the brown bears. It's still quite warm here in early autumn, and this couple's enjoying a splash in the pool. Ah, that hits the spot. Hey, look at me. I'm the man. No, they don't live at the zoo, but you know Canada geese, they pretty much swim wherever they want. I might come from the other side of the pond, but I think I fit in quite well here. What do we see there? Ah, yes. One of the newest exhibits is the African lion. The rhinos are a sure favorite here at the zoo. As they pace back and forth. Separated from his sweetheart, he's getting a little frustrated, wants some loving. And here's one of my favorite animals, the giraffe. Strutting his stuff, Mario, the zoo's newest bull giraffe, is enjoying the day out in the early fall sun. That and enjoying a late afternoon snack.
After spending a pleasant day yesterday in Westside Sioux Falls seeing the sights, it's now time to check out downtown. I booked a hotel at a downtown hotel last night, and now we're strolling the streets on Phillips Avenue. Gonna get a French pastry and a latte, so let's perk up and explore what downtown has to offer.
Downtown Sioux Falls hugs the banks of the Big Sioux River. Almost a mile of paved pathways takes you through the downtown River Greenway. Much of historic downtown is on the west side of the river, and in recent years there's been much development to the east of the river. As you take a stroll along the river, you'll notice fountains springing up. You can also read historical placards on the way that give the story of how the heart of the city first developed. There are plenty of hotel accommodations also along the river that are an easy walk from the businesses on Phillips Avenue.
So we're walking down Phillips Avenue here in downtown Sioux Falls. The city has a lot to offer as far as award-winning pastry shops, coffee houses, plenty of shopping, pubs, and fine dining. Phillips Avenue has always been the main business core of the city through its entire history. One of the neat things about exploring downtown Sioux Falls is the sculpture walk. Just downtown, there are over 50 different sculptures and art pieces from artists across the nation. And you can even vote on your favorite one for the People's Choice Awards. Now, the exhibits, they do change out once a year. You can get a brochure. They're located throughout downtown, and vote on your favorite sculptures. So I just took in a show here at the Wells Fargo Cinedome. It was about Mars, a short documentary that talked about what it would take for human exploration of the planet. It was very interesting, really took you in with the whole screen surrounding you in a planetarium style theater. You sit back and just learned a lot and never thought about all it would take to get us to the red planet. So there's plenty to see and do here at the Washington Pavilion. An interesting note, this is a very historic building. It once was a high school in Sioux Falls. And instead of tearing down this building, they decided to convert it into the pavilion for people who come down. You want to plan a trip here, make sure you check out their website and you can find out what scheduled events are taking place throughout the year. They also offer a regular theater where you can take in maybe a concert. The symphony orchestra performs here, as well as plays. So it's definitely something you want to put on your list when you come to downtown Sioux Falls.
There are maps located along Phillips Avenue to guide you through downtown to all the sights to see. We're now going to take our 1 mile walk to Falls Park, which is just north of downtown. And so this is where it all began for Sioux Falls. These awe-inspiring wide waterfalls over quartzite cliffs attracted the first settlers to the area. And from here, this is where a community sprang up, to eventually become the major cosmopolitan area the city is today. The falls of the Big Sioux River seem mystical as they just set out on the middle of the prairie. It's a place to relax, admire the view, and brings peace to your soul.
So if you head up to the visitor tower and have enough energy to climb all the steps, there is an elevator. You get this magnificent view of Falls Park in the downtown skyline, which has dramatically changed with the addition of new towers in the last few years. So no trip is complete without a visit to Falls Park. Now these are the cascading falls that are the namesake of the city as they cascade over quartzite cliffs. This is the same kind of rock that many of the historic buildings in downtown were built from back in the 19th century. So right here at the falls, we have a couple historic sites. We have a historic flour mill that was in operation at the beginning of the city, and also an old prison. So let's go check that out. So we're here at the Old Courthouse Museum. This is the former courthouse of Minnehaha County, which Sioux Falls is the county seat of. Built in the late 1800s, this building is constructed of quartzite that was quarried in the area and has become a trademark of the city skyline.
This building served as the first courthouse of Minnehaha County when it was completed in 1893. With its signature clock tower, the old Minnehaha County Courthouse was cited for demolition in the 1970s, but concerned citizens saved it, and it was then converted to the historical museum it is today. There is a permanent exhibit on the Native Americans who lived in the area before settlers arrived. The exhibits are a permanent monument to their lives and the artifacts they left behind. You can then venture up a set of stairs to the second level, where there are other exhibits that change out regularly. And detail different historical time periods. Further up to the third floor, and you'll come across the gallery viewing area where old court proceedings once took place back in the day.
Well, I don't know about you, but all this exploring has made me thirsty. So I decided to get a microbrew. There are several of pubs with outdoor seating along Phillips Avenue and throughout downtown where you can enjoy a drink and just sit back and relax. Cheers.
After kicking back for a few hours at the hotel, we're stepping out to see the nightlife.
And the new skyline rises above the falls. It's quite the sight to see day and night.